Hi, everybody, and welcome back to our first edition of the SoCal Prep Report for 2019. I'm Richard Stray, standing by with Randy Rosenblum. Where's Bob Gibson, Randy?
Stuck on the freeway. He's going to get here at some point, believe us.
He's going to be here.
He'll be here.
He won't be here.
Rich will be here.
He won't be here.
Rich, he'll be here.
All right, he'll be here. All right, a lot of stuff's been going on in the world of basketball since you've been away. Tons of tournaments. League races are, everybody's in league now, all right? So the league races are forming. Matter of fact, we're going to talk with Coach Jarod Lucas here at Los Altos High School. That's where we are coming from today. And he's going to fill us in on what's been going on, man. Los Altos, a Division I basketball power, Randy?
Well, they have a player by the name of Jarod Lucas, the coach's son. He's averaging nearly 40 a game. What I love about him, he had a streak earlier in his career where he hit 47 straight foul shots, which is a school record. He got to the foul line 29 times in a game.
Wow.
When you score that much, he's fourth all time in the CIF Southern Section. Has a great opportunity by playoff time, Rich, to become the #1 scorer in Southern California Southern Section history.
All right, we're going to talk to Coach Lucas about that. But right now, Randy, let's get everybody a little taste of what's been going on in the Southern Section by looking at the top 10 and let's see who's there, all right? So let's pop it up, and we're going to see. We have Sierra Canyon, Randy, everybody's perennial favorite right now. They are #1. They've been playing a lot of big games. They've been playing a lot of nationally ranked teams, and that's why they get to sit there atop the group.
Yeah, they're really a terrific team. A lot of guys back from their championship squad last year. I love Cassius Stanley. He's a wonderful player. Everybody knows about the players who come from great heritage. Scottie Pippen's kid plays over there. Martin's kids over there. They just have a terrific team. They're the unquestioned favorite, but that doesn't mean they're going to win it. I think there's some great balance in the CIF Southern Section, and they're going to be in that open division. There'll be some parity there. They'll be the favorite, but there's not a guarantee. But led by Cassius Stanley. I knew I'd do that.
It's all right.
Cassius Clay would have been good, too.
They
have a great chance.
Everybody.
Everybody's there. So, yeah, with Stanley there, they have a great chance.
Right. Matter of fact, a lot of Southern California teams have ex-NBA players on their roster. Randy, it's interesting you said Sierra Canyon may not be the favorite because right now they are favored to win the national championship. They're atop the #1 in just pretty much everybody's poll.
Well, they've lost a couple games. I don't think that's going to happen anymore, but I do think Rancho Christian with those Mobley kids are really dangerous. And I know, Rich, you talked about that earlier in the year with that great size. The younger Mobley, the junior Mobley, just rated the #1 junior player in the country. So I think Rancho Christian's a great threat to Sierra Canyon.
And right when Rancho Christian is just cruising along, whipping everybody, who comes along and beats them? Rancho Santa Margarita, of all teams. And they beat them pretty good.
Yeah, that surprised me.
That was a shock. Are you kidding me?
Yeah, because Santa Margarita had lost to them earlier in the year, but you're right, they bounced back the next time. They got some great players. Akbong Polo, who's going to USC. Max is terrific. Jake Kyman is outstanding. Lee, the big guy in the middle, who's on his way to BYU. That's a very good Santa Margarita team. But that shocked me. I didn't think they'd beat the Mobleys and Rancho Christian. They did.
I was shocked, too.
Yeah.
I thought they'd keep going. All right, let's keep going. Let's fire it back up and see. #2 team right now is Westchester. Randy, you were touting Westchester early on.
Well, I love Westchester. You know, they're the city champions from last year. They're better this year. Jordan Brinson has stepped in, and he might be the best guard in the area. Jordan is phenomenal. He's certainly the best guard in the LA City section. A little bit of a delay coming back because they've been off for a while because of the LA strike. Unfortunately, that's been solved, and they'll play Fairfax this week. But, you know, Brinson's spectacular. Then you have Allen in the middle, Kalen Allen, who was the city player of the year. He got an extra year of eligibility. So with Allen and Brinson, they just are a talented team. And with Ed Azam coaching them, you know, they're going to get coached up. He's one of the great coaches in Southern California history. So they're a very good and formidable team. They're the favorite to win the city. Not a guarantee because Fairfax is so good. Right. They are the favorite, but they have a shot when it comes state tournament time. They're very talented. All
right, continuing on, we see Corona Centennial. Been winning a lot of their games big. They're #3, followed by Rancho Christian, who we just told you earlier had a loss this week, man. It's their second one. They lost to Santa Margarita. They're followed by Etiwanda in the 5th position. And we talk about Fairfax, Randy, in the #6 position. And again, not uncommon to see these two teams in anybody's top 10.
Well, Etiwanda plays great defense. Kleckner's teams every year, it's tough to score against them, so it's tough to beat teams when you can't score against them, and that's what Etiwanda does. As for Fairfax, they have Ethan Anderson. He's gone crazy in his senior year. He's going to play at UNLV next year for Fairfax. He's a 4-year starter and all-city guy. Ethan Anderson just takes games over in the fourth quarter. And they got Keith Dinwiddie, who's a transfer, came in mid-season from Culver City High School, which has really helped them. So Fairfax is very dangerous. Fairfax and, of course, Westchester have separated from everyone else in the LA City section.
We'll talk about that in just a second. Okay, we followed up with St. John Bosco. Big win over Mater Dei, Randy. Are you kidding me? You called this game. Didn't you call one of these games?
Yeah, I called that game. I love big game James. Craig James is just a tremendous player. He's fabulous. He plays hard. And he's one of the reasons they won that game. Ado is outstanding, a big-time shooter. So with James and Ado, they're very, very formidable. This experienced team. And they lost a terrific player in Jonathan Salazar, tore up his ACL, 6'6" player on his way to University of Pacific. Had they had him, they'd be even higher in your poll. I got to give them a lot of credit to play as well as they have and to upset Mater Dei for the second year in a row after losing Salazar. That's a great tribute to those kids.
Okay, so we got Mater Dei and Bosco 7-8, and of course Camarillo and Damien. Damien is just up here in the San Gabriel Valley area. Is just one of those smaller schools that can, and they deserve to be in the top 10. They may win another CIF championship.
Yeah, I think so. They're well coached. They have the Damien Classic every year. It's been a steady program over the years. And as for Camarillo, they have Jaquez. He's on his way to UCLA. He's had a game this year where he had 56 points, and they upset Mater Dei, which is a great win for Camarillo.
Yes.
They lost a tough game to Santa Margarita. So the Scorpions in that 805 area code really have it going. They're a very good basketball team, and Jaquez is going to help UCLA down the road. He can really score. He's about 6'6", 6'7", and he can put the ball on the ground. He can shoot from three. Just a wonderful offensive weapon.
All right, Randy, I want you to go ahead and dispense the city top 10. I got to go get Coach Luke, man. These guys got to finish their workout. I got to get Coach Luke over here. So let's talk about the city top 10.
All right, you know where it starts. We kind of previewed it before for you with Fairfax and Westchester. Certainly Westchester is the top-ranked team in my mind. Right now, they're an outstanding basketball team. We mentioned Jordan Brinson, who's really become, to me, an elite player at a very high level. What a great backcourt star he is. And then Fairfax, Ethan Anderson and company. Again, they got Keith Dinwiddie, that transfer from Culver City, and he's really come in there and has helped them offensively. They didn't need much help. So Westchester and Fairfax are certainly the two best teams in the LA City section. Then there's Washington Prep. They won the Division I title last year. They weren't in the Open Division. They figured to get there this year. They have most of their players back. It's a basketball team that's battle-tested. They've played a tough schedule, and they're as good as anyone else. Again, Westchester and Fairfax have separated from the rest. I like Taft's basketball team. Demetrius Callip is outstanding. Every year, Taft, the Toreadors, have a lot of talent. This is another team that's physically gifted, and I have them at number 4. Of course, they've had the layoff. I have El Camino Real. They had a big win recently. They're able to play because they're a school that's a charter school, so El Camino Real did not have any time off, and they beat Rolling Hills Prep by 15, and I really think that's a good win for the Conquistadors. I have King Drew up there. I think King Drew's got an outstanding team. Clark's a great player. King Drew has really come on in the last couple of years. They're exceptional. Narbonne out of the Marine League has always been tough. They've dominated that league, although they have some real competition this year from Gardena. We have Birmingham up there in that top 10 as well. The Patriots, Mobley's a very good player, and he'll help them. But Birmingham is up in that top 10. I like Gardena. Michael Franklin, their junior guard, he had 31 points in a big win against Carson earlier. I think Gardena started the season like 18-1. And Granada Hills, who's another one of those charter schools. See, there's a lot of West Valley League teams in my top 10 there. Granada Hills, Birmingham, Taft, El Camino Real, all out of the West Valley.
Hey, thanks, Randy. We're standing here with the head coach of the Los Altos basketball program. We're talking with Jarod Lucas. And, Coach, first of all, thank you for joining us today. Appreciate you being here.
Yeah, thank you.
Coach Lucas, the longest tenured coach on campus. Coach, I believe you've been here 31 years now,
31 years, yes.
And he's only 40. Can you believe that?
No, not 40.
No, Coach, you've been here a while, and, tracking your program, you guys have had a lot of success, especially, just tracking the last 6 or 7 years, 20-plus wins a year. Last year you guys won, 25 games. I'm not sure if that's the best season you've ever had, but it's pretty darn good winning 25 games at this level. And all it has done is elevated your program.
Right.
Now Division I now.
Yeah, moving from Division 3A and 2AA.
Right.
Actually 3AA and 2 single A all the way up to Division I the last 3 or 4 years. Made a big hike for us up the rankings.
Now let's talk about your team. This year, Los Altos, of course, number 1 right now in your league. Matter of fact, you can win league if you win tomorrow night.
Tomorrow night we can lock it up. Yeah, we're 6-0 and Walnut's 5-1, so we're gonna try to get that win tomorrow night and lock it up for us.
Currently riding a 10-game winning streak. Is that the longest you've ever had?
I think 12-game winning streaks the most we have, but yeah, we're approaching that. But yeah, 10-game winning streak's great. We start off, some tough schedule early.
Right.
Going 4-4, we've won 14 out of our last 15, so we're excited to finish the year off here.
Does that work for you in basketball, playing tough teams early?
I think so. That this season definitely it has. Our schedule's kind of got tougher and tougher every year as we've kind of got better and better, and we're trying to play tough teams early, and even during the middle of the season too. That Damien tournament last year was really tough.
Yep.
And had some big wins for us, going 4-0 there, and really prepared us up the rankings in the CIF and state.
All right, coaches. We mentioned your team very explosive, averaging 81 points a game. That's a lot. Even for college team, that's a lot of points.
Yeah.
Talk about your team right now. Break it down. What kind of team do you have? And talk about some of the kids.
We've always kind of been an up-tempo program. A lot of kids can shoot the three usually. We like to run and let the kids kind of play freely. We do have our plays and our sets, but we try to score as well. Our defense has been okay. We try to do a little better on our defensive end, but some of our kids. Obviously Jarod's propelled our program up to where we are today. Being up there in number 4 now and all scoring in the CIF Southern section. All-time career scoring. And we have players like Deion Porter's been stepping up for us, a junior, and Matt Barrera's another 3-point shooter. And then we have Isaiah Barcelo, who's kind of really very quick and athletic and can go to the rack on anybody, and he's a very good defender for us. And Christian Cavanillas and Devin Lewis playing the post for us and doing a great job rebounding and playing physical for us.
Coach, you didn't mention, well, you did at the end, but you're coaching your kid. What is that like at this level?
Well, it's been a great experience, in high school here. I coached him a little bit when he was growing up, but not as much as, I kind of stayed back and was a dad, just watching a lot from the stands. But it's been good. It's been a great experience, and he's had a lot of success, and we've had success, and it's something we never forget as a family and as an individual like myself and him.
Looking back, when you first stepped on this campus as a coach, even as an assistant, you think you'd be here at this point in time and have the success you've had?
Yeah, I love the game of basketball. And, Jarod's been in the gym at my games when I was coaching him when he was 1 and 2 years old. Getting the ball out, bouncing around, and we have some little pictures and videos of that back in the day. So he's growing up in here, and his goal and his dream was to play here. And I plan on being here too, so it all worked out for us.
Yeah, so far so good. Okay, now coming up, we talked about you can win league. If you win tomorrow, how many will that be for you?
It'll be our 4th straight league championship, which is the most we've ever had in our school history. We've won 3 in a row one other time. We won 3 going into this year. So we're looking forward to trying to achieve that tomorrow night against a good Walnut team, and we'll go out there and do our best.
Now you do have one player going to Division I, Pac-12 school.
Yeah, my son Jarod. Yep, he's had lofty dreams and goals, and he has a great work ethic and has worked hard his whole life. And he achieved that dream going to a Pac-12 school in Oregon State. He's looking forward to the next 4 years up there. And we're watching all the games this year, and it's been a great year. That's
great, man. That's got to be fantastic. What's interesting is the last Division I player to go play basketball and go to from Los Altos was Coach, and it's been how many years, Coach?
Since then, 30-something, 32, 33. So
30 plus years later, his son now is the next one to go Division I, going up to University of Oregon or
Oregon State.
Oregon State University,
Beavers. Yep.
Which is just as good. They're both great programs. You got to be really proud of that accomplishment, Coach.
Yeah. As a parent, obviously not a coach. Yeah, it's a great accomplishment as a coach as well. But
being
a parent's a little different, But yeah, he's achieved everything he's done through hard work, and he's a good student, 3.9 student. So he had a lot of opportunities, but he chose Oregon State. He chose that. He'll probably tell you here down the road when you talk to him too. But he chose that because their head coach coaches their son, his son, Coach Wayne Tinkle. And his son Trace is a main player on the team, and then Stevie Thompson, who played at Syracuse from here in the LA area as well. He has 2 boys, Ethan and Stevie as well. So they have 2 coaches on the program that coach their sons, and so he kind of related that as being a good experience for him.
Great story. No, that's fantastic, man. Coming down, more than likely we'll get the league title. How far can this team go this year, Coach? What do you think?
go as far as we can go. It's going to be a very difficult Division I. We got a lot of guys that are practicing hard and playing hard and have high dreams and expectations. And that was a goal we set at the beginning of the year to win a tournament at least, or actually win 2 tournaments. We didn't achieve that, but we did very well in our tournaments. And then also to win league, which hopefully we finish off that, and then and go as far as we can in the CIF playoffs.
Coach, great. Congratulations on a great season.
You.
Congratulations on your son, too. That's a big-time
thank you.
story right there. We really appreciate that.
Thank you.
All right, Coach. All right, Bob Gibson standing by with Coach Nakamura of the Los Altos girls team.
I'm here with Mark Nakamura, the girls basketball coach at Los Altos High School. Coach, thanks for taking a couple of minutes and joining us.
Hey, thanks for having us.
Yeah, absolutely. Exciting times
Exactly,
for your team. You guys are off to a really good start. Let's go back to last season a little bit.
Okay.
And really good season once again for you guys. Obviously ended in disappointment in that second round playoff exit.
Yeah.
How much did that kind of spur you and the girls coming back this year to want to put something together again this year?
Well, I know that the returners were disappointed
Oh, yeah.
in that loss because we were down big, and then we came back and we had a chance to win that game. And to find out that Redondo team, which is a great team, went on to win CIF and state, it kind of burned the girls, and they were like looking forward to coming back this season and seeing what they could do with the returners I had back.
And it's nice to know you had some underclassmen coming back this year to really to set those building blocks to coming into this year.
Oh, absolutely. Madeline Rowell and Danielle Pineda, they were my leading scorers last year, and they were coming back, and we're expecting big things, and they're only juniors, so we're expecting bigger things next year.
Right.
So,
I was going to say, Madeline, just a junior, right? So
Exactly.
coming back, you've got her another year. She's like, what, 18 and 12, I think, something like that.
Yeah,
this year, somewhere
yeah,
in that area. She's really your solid all-around player. Right?
Absolutely. And then I lose 3 seniors, and but I have 9 girls coming back for next year, so we're looking forward to next year as well as this year.
Obviously, you look ahead to the league campaign, and you're in the midst of it now. But when you're setting those early games and you're setting that early schedule, what are you trying to get out of those early, especially all those tournaments and stuff, which you guys have done really well in?
What we're trying to do is just get experience and playing against good teams and competition, and seeing different types of teams that we might see in the playoffs. So it gives us a chance to see and get ready for the playoffs. Right now we're near the end of the season, so at the end of the day we're just trying to get better each and every game. So
obviously in this league it's all about you guys and Diamond Ranch, and you've split so far.
Yeah, exactly. That one hurt on Friday, though. I tell you that.
I bet it
that
did,
one hurt,
right?
but
that was a test, but that just shows you how close these two programs are.
Exactly. And they're a good program, but at the same time, we are the defending champs. Actually, we're going for a 3-peat this year, so we'll see what happens. A lot of basketball still left. So
now you both just look over your shoulder, and there's another team just to gain back of you guys in the standings as well. So
exactly.
this is
Walnut,
really this is really tight, isn't it?
Exactly. And we have Walnut tomorrow night, so we'll see what happens tomorrow night. But I'll put my money on my team, man.
Yeah, I bet you do. And why not? This team is really rolling right now.
Yeah.
As you look now, obviously you want to be peaking towards this part of the season. Obviously, as you head into the playoffs, do you feel like the girls are kind of getting to that spot now?
Everybody's starting to find their niche and their roles, and we're starting to figure out what we need to do defensively, which is the biggest part for us. And we're just looking forward to what comes our way. So
you mentioned defense, and there's so much, I think, especially in girls basketball versus the boys game. Everything really revolves around getting your offense started from your defense.
Yes, absolutely.
I imagine that for you, that's a big goal as well.
And I truly believe rebounding is a key too. Without rebounding, you don't win a championship. So
I know nobody talks about it at this point, but it's obviously got to be in the back of everybody's mind. Hey, we got to go further than we did last year.
Yeah,
right?
we do. We got to try to get to the. We're always trying to get to the finals, so we're going to try to one step at a time, one game at a time. So,
well, Coach, thanks for taking a couple of minutes and joining us.
I appreciate it.
Good luck, and
right, thank you.
We're going to be following this race all the way down to the end.
All right, thank you very much.
All right, that's Coach Mark Nakamura, girls basketball coach here at the first place Los Altos High School. Tied for first with Diamond Ranch. It's going to be a great stretch run for these two teams. Let's throw it over to Randy Rosenblum.
Time to talk about the Oregon State commit. Jarod Lucas averaging close to 40 a game. When you hear Oregon State commit, what goes through your mind?
First thing that comes to my mind is Pac-12, and I'm getting to live out my dream. That was one of my dreams, playing the Pac-12.
You had all these offers. A number of schools wanted you, but yet Oregon State stood out. Why?
The big thing for me was Coach Tinkle and Coach Thompson. They both coach their own sons. As you know, my dad coaches me here at Los Altos, and when it came down into the process, I couldn't find a better fit than that.
What's that experience like here for you to play for your dad? I know you're getting some extra minutes, but what is it like for you to be out there knowing your dad's on the sideline?
It's a blessing. I know that not every kid gets to experience that, but having him on the sidelines, he does a great job of knowing when to be a coach, when to be a dad. And, moments like the past couple of years are moments that we're both not going to forget for the rest of our lives.
It's easy when you win, but when you lose and you go home, what's that experience like at the dinner table?
Man, I got to tell you, at least my freshman year was kind of tough. But now I think we've learned and we've grown. I used to take them real hard, and it was almost like we had a family problem the nights we lost. So.
Los Altos, being D1, you're going to go to the playoffs. I know you got a date with Walnut coming up, and you want to secure the league title first. But your thoughts going forward and what this team can accomplish in the tournament?
I think we have a great opportunity, but as you know, Division I, every team from top to bottom can play. You just got to come in and play the right brand of basketball at the right time.
For those who haven't seen Jarod Lucas and his 3,000-plus points, why are you such a good basketball player?
I think I couldn't do it without God, but I think I put in a lot of hard work, and my shooting ability, I don't think there's many better shooters in high school basketball.
47 straight foul shots you made at one point?
Yeah.
Did that pressure start to build when you're getting up 25, 30, 35 in a row?
Well, the crazy thing was I had no idea. But the game after I missed, my dad had told me, hey, man, you just missed, but you didn't make 47 in a row. So.
Is it more they're signaling it for us to go. You have a chance to break the all-time Southern Section record for points. It'd probably take you 5 or 6 games, which takes you into the tournament. Are you thinking about the record?
It's in the back of my mind, but I'm trying not to think about it. The big goal is to win ball games and give my school their first CIF championship.
Jarod Lucas, he's a great one here in the Southern Section at Los Altos.
All right, joining us right now are Danielle Pineda and Madeline Rowell, the top 2 players here on the Los Altos ladies basketball team. And I'll start with you, Danielle. A year ago, the playoff exit to Redondo, obviously a tough pill to swallow, but did that kind of spur everybody on heading into this season?
Yeah, we all learned from that. The losses just make us better. We all worked as a team to come together.
Was it something you guys all talked about, or was it just sort of an understanding that it was time to get back to work and make this a better season than the one that ended a year ago?
Yes, it was just, we took it as an understanding, losses happen, but we still talk about that game to this day. We still try to fix things that went wrong in that game to make sure it doesn't happen again during the season. So we really learned a lot from that game.
When you make such a big comeback and then you don't get there, but you see that team go on and win a CIF and a state championship, what goes through your mind? I mean, you want to be in that position, right?
Yeah, it only encourages us to work harder, and the hunger for a win gets stronger.
Right. Obviously the coaches will work you guys hard, but probably not as hard as you guys are really willing to work yourselves, right? To push yourselves to get to those goals.
Yeah, as a team we all work together just to accomplish what we came here to do.
Do you consider yourself a leader on this team?
Yeah, I try to encourage everybody as much if they get down on themselves. Yeah.
You're leading scorer and rebounder this year so far on the team. Do you take that leadership role upon yourself as well?
Oh, yes. I feel like my job as a captain on this team is to help these ladies reach their fullest potential on the team and just put in as much work as possible, and we all learn together. So.
Perfect. Well, good luck to both of you, and we'll be watching as you guys head on to the rest of the season.
Thank you.
All right.
Hey, good job, Bob. All right, me and Randy standing here, and we're going to talk about some pretty terrible news this week. Jack Malstead, the head coach at Santa Fe High School. Randy, of course, you know the story. He's in a hospice now, pancreatic cancer. But just to show you how much this man was loved and revered in his neighborhood and in his community. After spending 45, 47 years at one high school, it's a lot of love there. Yesterday being Martin Luther King Day, the student body, including the band, the cheerleaders, some drill teamers came out. They blocked out the street in front of Coach Malstead's home, and they went with the old fight song. Here's some of the video of that as you see it now. everybody out there just paying their respects to Coach. He's unfortunately being ill, it doesn't look good at this point in time.
Yeah, it is sad, but you have to respect a man who really gave his life up for the kids, spending over 40 years.
Yep.
A dedicated coach, dedicated family man. I mean, that's what you want. He's lived a long life, and he did what he wanted to do. He coached football and other sports. He stayed local. And again, you just have to respect what this man accomplished.
And we talk about being able to coach your own kids. He was able not only to coach his sons in football, but he also got to coach his grandsons in football, and that's something special.
That really is. I know from personal experience, when you have those grandkids, that's even more special in some ways than having your own. Some of the responsibility is gone, and you can sit back, relax, and enjoy it. And I'm sure the coach really did that when it came to his grandchildren. That's just wonderful when you have that opportunity, when you have that family tree play for you like that.
Yep. And Jack Molstead, one of my first broadcast partners in football, my color man, I learned a lot from Jack, not only playing for him, but also learning a lot the X's and O's as we would do these broadcasts. And my heart goes out to Coach. Coach, we love you, and just wish you the best on the other side. Unfortunately, Randy, these are the tough stories to do, but Jack Molstead needs to be revered, and his story needs to be told.
Yeah, and we've lost too many coaches this year. We've lost a few of the real Hall of Fame coaches, but that's what happens. Time passes by, and we just got to remember them for what they accomplished and what they gave to their communities and to their sport.
Yep, Jack Molstead, not only a dear friend, consider him family, but also a good friend, also to the 605 All-Star Football Classic, big contributor.
Yeah.
So our wishes go to the Molstead family. All right, Randy, let's close this out with a positive story out of Jay Serra to watch Albany from Northern California take on Jay Serra. And, man, what a game. Jay Serra just played Orange Lutheran the night before, little tired legs. This game went down to overtime. And, Randy, it just was going back and forth, man. It was incredible. But, Jay Serra was down by 5 late in this game and came back to win it.
Yeah, less than a minute, and they rallied to get the victory in that overtime. And you love fantastic finishes. You love drama. And then when it's a guy who has a name
that's right,
like
baby.
Rodman, you know whose son, and he hits a three-pointer. Basically, as time expires, the gym goes berserk.
Well, let's
Jay
show it to
Serra
him.
Gets the victory. You're going to love this,
Let's
right?
show him. Yeah, let's set it up. Okay, it's overtime. There's less than 10 seconds left. You see the ball go inside. It pops out. Rodman picks it up, picks up the garbage, and just throws it up, and it goes in. And he didn't just throw it up. This guy was hitting threes all night long. He's one of the best players in the country. He's a 4-star player. He'll go 5. He's a 4-star recruit. He'll go somewhere at the next level. Just an outstanding ball player, and what a finish, Randy.
Yeah, it really is a great finish. And what I like is his dad was an inside player, phenomenal rebounder, scored on the interior. This Rodman, as you noted, can score from the perimeter.
Absolutely. He can play inside too, but yeah, he's a perimeter guy. And when you have that soft touch at 6'5", and put it out there, man, and he's got it. But he can also play tough inside. It was a great ball game. I was just, man, I thought Albany had this game, and I'm not rooting for anybody here. I'm just seeing a great ball game. Jay Serra definitely had the size on them, but man, the heart of the Albany team, and just the way they play, they were just tenacious.
Yeah, again, I think there's tremendous balance. So you're seeing a lot of close games. Certainly there's always going to be blowouts, but we're seeing a lot of close games in the southern section. We'll see them in the city playoffs as well. This side of Fairfax and Westchester, they'll blow everybody out until they meet each other. But the parity is there. I mean, if this was the NFL, they'd be thrilled because of the parity, and we have parity. I don't think Sierra Canyon's a slam dunk to win the Open Division title. Are they favored? Absolutely, but they're not a slam dunk. There's a lot of teams out there that are playing some pretty good basketball.
Yep, and the good thing about it is we can sit here and argue and fight all we want, but it's going to come down to we're going to know in about a month. We're going to know who is the champ, and hopefully it's Los Altos here, man. I'd love to see these guys rail over everybody in Division I, man, and go out champs this year, Randy.
Yeah, they're not going to go to the Open Division. Their league and their schedule's not really strong enough to do that, but they'll be in D1. They won't be the favorite in D1 either, but when you got Jarod on your side, Jarod Lucas, he gets you 40 a night. So, I mean, you start there, you got a chance.
He looks like Jerry West. He shoots like Jerry West. He scores like Jerry West.
He is Jerry West.
He is Jerry West. Hey, listen, man, it's been fun. We got to go now. We'll be back next week. I believe we're going to be at Los Alamitos next week, Los Alamitos High School next week. And don't forget, on the 31st, we'll be televising the J. Sarah Santa Margarita basketball game. So we'll be talking about these guys, what's going on with them next week as we get ready for the showdown, last game of the regular season. All right, from Los Altos High School, on behalf of Bob Gibson, Randy Roseman, I'm Richard Stray saying so long from the friends here at the SoCal Prep Report.